Why, hello there. Greetings and welcome back to a small Let's Play of a game called Ep11 Prosecutor's Path. I'm the Vine Path, a spelled from Princess, if you prefer, and it's very nice to meet all of you. Still in the middle section. Hey, oh well. Investigation continues. Alright, let's continue our... Highline. Oh, sorry to intrude. Sorry to intrude. Why, hello there. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor and a little lady. Fancy meeting you here. This man is Shilong Lang, an Interpol agent. About 2 weeks ago, he was in charge of investigating one of my cases. I would have thought he'd returned to his native country in Changfa by now. Agent Lang. Excuse me. What brings you here? Just some boring work, nothing you need to know about. Speak up, pup. That's the name of the BGM. On top of a black dog, we need a black wolf. Huh? You came alive today, Agent Lang. But it's not really black, honestly. Who would he be coming with, usually? He'd have a huge police force with him. Oh yeah, right. I was wondering. Like, okay, well, I'm not gonna say much more. Mr. Prosecutor seems to have been busy these past few days. Is he referring to the incident with the Changfa president? I would have thought he'd be involved in security too. Our president doesn't even trust his own country's police force. You mentioned as much, Miles. Look at the results of hiring a private security company. It's laughable. Agent Lang doesn't trust prosecutors or the courts. That's why. He brings along a large force of capable policemen to thoroughly investigate the crime scene. Yes, if you and your subordinates had been there, the results might have been different. Well, he did claim that, he would have even prevented the crime itself if he was there. My subordinates, huh? They're no longer with me. They're not with you? Funny, looks like I'm a real lone wolf now. Agent Lang, just what happened exactly? Didn't I tell you? Nothing you need to know about. Well, good seeing you, Mr. Prosecutor. I don't know that. That sounds troublesome. Mr. Lang, what happened? Yes, it troubles me too, but there's nothing we can do about it for now. Okay, let's continue with our investigation. Scotty, first, let's ask those guards a few questions. Okay. Oh, I missed. Good job, man. Wait, can we walk in? We can. Let's go. Good job, me. This is a difficult case. What's wrong? Is something troubling you? Sir, one of my uniforms has gone missing. I'm certain that I placed it in this locker. Maybe the uniform grew legs and walked off somewhere? It's not a Tsukumogami. What kind of logic is that? In any case, I wish you the best in your search. I'll be ready for you. Yes, thank you for your support. Someone disguised himself as a god, or made it seem like someone disguised himself as a god. You there, have you seen a black dog around yet? Of course not. If I'd actually seen it, I wouldn't be standing around here so carefree. Did something happen with that doggy? Okay, let's not press this match any further. Are you an accomplice? So dog is stored in the common by the detention center. Oh, there you are. Now, at you, please. Oh, there you are. Mr. Shields, where did you go? Weird indeed. I've been searching for this guys the whole time. Working around the prison is hard work, you know. That's strange, seeing as you came in the opposite direction. I've got some new information. You wanna hear it? Do you? He sure changed the subject quickly. I heard a little something from the guards. It seems Knightley caused a bit of an incident 2 days ago. An incident? You know how Simon said he came to visit Knightley, right? After the visit, when Knightley returned to his cell, naturally a guard escorted Knightley back to his cell. While the guard was unlocking his handcuffs, all of a sudden Knightley struck the guard and knocked him out. It seems he was going to attempt a jailbreak. By the time the other guards arrived, the key to his cell had disappeared. But there's been no report of Knightley's jailbreak attempt 2 days ago. Exactly. The strange is that right up until his death, he was still in his cell. What's more, Knightley claimed he never stolen the key in the first place. In fact, they searched his cell, and his key was nowhere to be found. Did the guard who was struck have anything to say? No one knows. He was taken to the hospital while he was still unconscious. He's still there now, it seems. So in the end, we still don't know what happened. Alright. It's you! The voice. It's either Patty again. No, it's DeBeste. That's Courtney. It's you! What are you still doing hanging around here? Well, you see, this is my assistant. Are you here to object to our investigation and make me into a laughingstock? Sebastian, I believe obstruct is the word you're looking for. In a way, I think this expression was apt. A pleasure to meet you again, Judge Courtney. I know. You are Simon Key's defense attorney, are you not? Well then, let's skip the formalities and celebrate our happy reunion with a hug. Or maybe not. Incidentally, I heard you mention an assistant a moment ago. Yeah, we're assistants at Edgeworth Law Offices. Prosecutors are civil servants who open side businesses to betray the goddess of law. As long as profit is not our objective, there shouldn't be a problem, right? Yeah, that's it. Mazia is a volunteer worker. The purpose of my office isn't to make money, but pro bono. What a wonderful heart you have, defending others without demanding payment. I do have an amazing charitable heart. More importantly, I'd like you to explain your reasons for arresting Simon Keyes. There's no need to. Is that a challenge against me? No, I was speaking with Judge Courtney. Just let him. He's skillable. I guess it can't be helped. If you want to take on DeBeste, you will fall like the rest. I haven't said anything yet, but this is convenient. Then I will hear you out. What were your reasons for arresting Mr. Keyes? I see no need to inform you. Sebastian, let us... Just watch Justine. Watch as I run around in circles against this useless prosecutor. I think you mean run circles around me. Yeah, that's what I meant. Prepare yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Hello. So, you want to know my reasons for arresting that man? The answer is simple. Yes, we found traces of what got that guy over there. How's that? Perfectly simple, perfectly decisive, right? Of course, I was the first to notice it because I'm the best. How am I supposed to go about pressing that? You press everything, of course. How's that? Got nothing to say? Speechless is my presence. This guy sure talks a lot. So, you're the one who arrested Mr. Keyes, I take it? Mr. DeBeste, do you have the right to do such a thing? Well, obviously, it was the police who carried out the arrest. But since it was under my direction, shouldn't it also count as my arrest? As I expected, it'd be difficult to deal with both of them at the same time. However, her silence is troubling me. Just what is she thinking? You know, you should probably be very careful what you do to act. You know, you're not supposed to be acting in the lead, you know? And Courtney does not seem like a naive opponent. So, shaking sounds foul play, no doubt. Let's press that statement. Let's get one thing clear. You do know who you're arresting, right? What? Do you take me for a fool? The one I arrested was Simon Keyes. I have no doubt about it. I expected at least to understand that much. Really? That's quite a surprise. So, what is his facial reason for the arrest? Are you attempting to lure information out of me through flattery? A good strategy, but I'm afraid it won't work on me. We have found vital evidence implicating Simon Keyes. That's what Sebastian was trying to say. Yes, so because of this fatal vital evidence, I had Simon arrested. Okay. Hello. That guy over there, that's certainly vague. Well, don't they say, the best hears one thing and understands 10? You're just being lazy. Explain it more clearly. Sebastian, if it's alright with you, would you please explain it to them in more detail? I'm sure that everyone wants to hear what you have to say. Alright, if you insist, Justine. We discovered that. Perhaps you didn't know, but the victim carried a chessboard with him. From it, we found that suspect's Simon Keyes' fingerprints. Well, we know that he's the one who brought it to him. Well done, Sebastian. I bless you on behalf of the Goddess of Law. Please amend your testimony. Are you alright with that, Prosecutor Edward? Yes. She's suspecting foul play and she's playing us. We're trying to play us. And be very careful. Okay, let's just press everything for the sake of it. Surely, it wasn't you who discovered the fingerprints. Hey, I'm just the prosecutor, aren't I? I leave that stuff to the forensics team. These fingerprints could be a problem, but it wasn't the chessboard originally. Maybe I should take another look at the evidence. You know, yeah. He said that he brought it from home with him. Fingerprints found on the chessboard. Is that the ace up your sleeve? Ace in my sleeve. Always up in my sleeve. Yes, the methods I use are always the best. This ace is my trump card. Well then, allow me to show you that it is not, in fact, a trump card at all. Simon Keyes was the one who sent this chessboard to the victim in the first place. So it's only natural some of his prints will be left on it. Ah! That took way too long. These fingerprints are hardly decisive evidence. Perhaps your arrest was a little too rash? To begin with, this incident occurred in the detention center and the prison. To suspect Simon just because he isn't a prisoner or a guard is a little unreasonable. Ah! What? What's with him all of a sudden? I finally get what you're trying to say. Rash, you mean we were too quick to arrest the guy, right? You were stuck on that? Sure, I was the first to lay eyes on him, and I was the first to notice the evidence. That was even faster. But I am not rash. Sure, Simon Keyes isn't a guard or a prisoner, but...
Overruled!
Sebastian? That's Courtney. What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that! Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first? The best part? Why don't you tell them about your wonderful reasoning regarding the murder weapon? Good one, Justine. Nice suggestion. Mr. Edward, listen to my first-rate reasoning.
Objection!
Time to shut that down. Will this reason explain why you arrested Mr. Keyes? I'm sure it will meet your expectations. Expectation. Does Courtney just change the flow of the conversation? Just what is she plotting? Oh, I dread the time we're going to be up against Courtney. Courtney. That's gonna suck. I mean, I think. I mean, I don't think she's a villain in that case. It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. No? However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items. So, that's why I reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside. Yes, it was hidden inside that chessboard. There's no room for that. And since only the victim and the suspect fingerprints are found on the chessboard, isn't it obvious who wrote and used the murder weapon? At least it's clearer than his last testimony. It's DeBeste reasoning you can get from Prosecutor, DeBeste. DeBeste. How do you like that? Now he's mixing up DeBeste with his own name. But could someone really hide a weapon inside a gift sent to a prisoner? You'll find a good place if you examine the inside of the chessboard. Inside the chessboard? Is there some place to hide a weapon? Not really. Nowhere. Except maybe in the cupboard. Wow, what an annoying laugh. I don't know how to get that across. Inside the chessboard, perhaps I should examine it a bit further. The only place there would be an opening is right here. Oh yeah, there is definitely a hollow part here. This is the top panel is removable. It's quite deep. Yes, there's more than enough room to hide a small knife. I understand now. This is how the corporate smuggling is done. What's with that? I wasn't even finished. Mr. DeBeste, there is something you have forgotten. There's a gate to the entrance of the detention center. Well, there is, but... He means the security gates with the metal detectors, Sebastian. We had to pass through the same check when we entered the prison, remember? Oh yeah, that's it. I remember now. He looked like he completely forgot. It would be impossible to smuggle a sharp metal object into the detention center. Therefore, your reasoning never held, even from the very beginning. That gate is only used on people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center undergo a simpler check. So they don't use a metal detector for that? This never should have happened. It seems the guards were too careless. That seems also rather negligent. Negligent, really. Okay. Now, right, Justine. Thanks for the assist. You're welcome. Now then, Prosecutor Edward, your cross-examination, if you please. Cross-examination? He says we're in the courtroom. Very well, his reasoning. Let's see how long it will hold up under pressure. Forward along with it.
Hold it!
A sharp metal object. Do you have proof of that? Didn't you see the victim's wound, worthless prosecutor? The fatal blow was a stab to the throat. A knife perfectly matches up with that. There can be no other explanation. It seems they don't know about the piece of information yet. Nothing to say. Speechless, aren't you, Mr. Edward? Right, next. There is a plenty more of my reading.
Hold it!
I am going to take a break because I'm just gonna press it. Okay. Yeah, they're asserting that something could have been sent in the mail. There's a bit of a jet sound. Those one with the scissors was the sword we're practicing with. Alright.
Hold it!
We don't have anything to contest that, but we can contest. But the murder weapon must not have that. Could not have. I should try to sound smart. And you're disappointed me from the start. So Simon brought the murder weapon. That is all. Okay.
Hold it!
I wonder how old he is, really, honestly. He does not look very old. Yep, their murder weapon is 17, good grief. So the murder weapon disappears soon. I'd like to hear your answer to that. If that's, well, after the crime, the culprit must have hidden it somewhere in this prison. Is there a problem with the statement DeBeste's made? It must have been hidden in the prison. Whether or not there's a problem with the statement, it must have been hidden in the prison. Well, we haven't really seen it anywhere in sight. Anywhere. Except, we know... Yeah, okay. The murder weapon is hidden inside the prison? I don't think so. It's clear from this piece of evidence. What shows that the murder weapon can't be inside the prison? I want to say it's a roll call. Actually, I want to think that there's a legitimate problem here. Or is it that you checked everywhere? Yeah, okay. Simple enough. You checked everywhere but you didn't find it. Have you completely forgotten your own actions? You, along with Warden Rowland, conducted a search of the prison. But you did not find a murder weapon, right? That's... We must have overlooked something. This guy is completely contradicting himself. You carried out such a sloppy investigation. I'm amazed that you call yourself the best. Are you mocking me? Sebastian. Please calm yourself. Don't get caught up in the opponent's piece. I'm fine, Justine. Did you really think the DeBeste prosecutor would be shaken by someone miles behind him? I wish he'd stop messing around with other people's names. Oh, that case, K-Friday is far, far ahead. Okay, don't you get caught in this too. Yes, if my best investigation didn't find anything, then there must have been a single weapon in the prison, not have been a single weapon in the prison. Okay, in that case, there's only one possibility. The criminal must have taken the murder weapon with him when he left the prison. So it's only natural we didn't find it in there. Yeah.
Objection!
Sarah's getting a bit troublesome at this point. I'm sure. You're thick. Okay. Seriously, how thick can you be? I want to make it a system. I want to give the impression that he's trying to be overly articulate and it's not working out. There was no way the culprit could have brought the weapon out of the prison. And this piece of evidence shows why. And let's say it's this door sensor.
Take that!
Nope. Does that show why the weapon couldn't have been brought out of the prison? Indeed. This is definitive proof that the weapon was not brought outside. When you say it like that, it has to be true. Prosecutor Edward, your evidence does not have that kind of meaning. What is no use here? The reason the weapon could not have been brought out of the prison, if you consider where it was fast food, there was no way the culprit could have brought the weapon out of the prison, because in the evidence shows why. Not security footage. This obviously won't work, because that would prove that you can. Oh, the security gate.
Take that!
Right, of course. Have you completely forgotten your own testimony? Okay, so for the entirety of this, we're just going to be using his own testimony against him. That's twice you've insulted me. Insulted me. Oh, you seem to remember what I said earlier, but you do well to remember further than that. What is that? This guy really doesn't remember anything. He really doesn't remember anything? The diagnosis center and the personnel put the security gates. Sorry about that. Anyone leaving must pass to these gates. Gates equipped with metal detectors. Ah, that's what you looks like you remembers now. Yes, there's no way someone could have brought the metal weapon through these gates. And so the criminal could not have taken it out of the prison either. Ah! So then, Prosecutor Edward, do you know where this metal weapon went to? Perhaps the weapon's still inside the prison? But we couldn't find it anywhere in the prison. The reason you didn't find it is because you believed it to be a sharp metal object. We saw the very moment when Mr. Knightley was attacked, after all. If you could say that much, then perhaps you could enlighten us. What would you say is the murder weapon in this case? From this piece of evidence, the murder weapon of this case become obvious. Security footage.
Take that!
Here is the footage from a security camera. It's just one of the cells in the detention center. See it with your own eyes. What? It can't be! This tape clearly shows the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. I believe this is sufficient proof, wouldn't you say? Indeed, this is vital evidence. Horace Knightley was killed in the detention center by that dog. After that, the body was moved to the prison workroom. Our witness claims to have seen a dog in the workroom when the body was found. Of course, that dog couldn't have planned this crime on its own. However, there is someone who could have. That's enough, Prosecutor Edward. Judge Courtney. It's true, this camera footage is vital evidence. However, there is something else you must prove. Actually, you've already noticed it, haven't you? I haven't. It's just as she says, there is still a huge flaw in my reasoning. If that black dog is a prisoner's pet, how was it able to move between the detention center and prison? Oh yeah, right. That's on me, right? That's the thing I've been wondering all the time, and which is why I don't believe that Doggin is solely responsible for the crime. Ah! DeBeste is not a threat whatsoever. What will we do, Mr. Edgeworth? I still don't know how the dog managed to move from one place to another. I knew it. What? You all want to talk. You don't know either. Shut up, you're not in the courtroom. You're not in the courtroom right now, Courtney. If you do not solve this mystery, I'm afraid I cannot accept... That's not how things work, Courtney. Your reasoning, rather than DeBeste's reasoning, does not hold either. You cannot refute our logic and substitute clearly faulty logic, clearly faulty reasoning, just because we don't have all the pieces yet. It's like if you're building a jigsaw puzzle and you realize that you're missing some of the pieces, you misplaced them somewhere. So in lieu of that, you just take all the pieces and rearrange them in clearly incorrect order and just try to put them in randomly instead of searching for the actual remaining pieces and leaving the rest as it is. It's really, really stupid, Courtney. Realize that if this was a real courtroom, I would call for recess now. Recess now. Wait, I'm not finished yet. Court has been adjourned. Leave at once. That's not how it works. Thermal, this is out in the field, Courtney. This isn't a courtroom. Well then, as I said, court is adjourned. I can't prove my argument, but isn't it the same case with Mr. Keyes? Whatever do you mean? Just as I don't know how the dog entered the detention center, you also don't know how Simon Keyes entered the detention center and prison. Although he came to visit the victim, he was an outsider to the prison. Don't you think it would be difficult for him to commit a crime inside a prison? Judge Courtney, now the burden of proof lies with you. And if it... Yes, it does. Show us evidence that Simon Keyes entered the prison. You want me to present evidence? I'm happy to oblige. What? Does she really have evidence? It's about time I told you. Now that I know the basis of your reasoning, Prosecutor Edward, what is she thinking? It seems you don't even know Simon Keyes' real occupation. He is a circus performer. Yeah, that would be bad. A circus performer? Yes. Have you ever heard of the Very Big Circus? 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 But of course, yesterday was a day that I wouldn't have missed for the world. Wouldn't have missed for the world? Did you have some kind of important meeting? Oh heavens, no. I despise meetings. It was the animal show, of course. It seems you realized. On the day of the incident, an animal show was being performed at the prison, and the show was put on by the Very Big Circus. So then, do you mean Simon Keyes entered the prison as a staff member of the animal show? That we know for a fact. No, this woman, she's been concealing this fact the whole time. She only planned to reveal it after hearing my reasoning. Come to think of it. What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that. Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first? Mr. DeBeste was going to say it then, but he stopped him. Whoa! Whoa! Now, how do you like that, Prosecutor? Worthless Prosecutor? You didn't do anything. Well then, now really is time for a recess. I'll end with some advice. I had already doubted your abilities as a prosecutor, which is why I relieved you of your authority. You'd best not forget that. What are you trying to say? The PIC can still take away your badge. If you value your badge, I'll advise you not to show your face before me again. Oh, I don't like you. Is that a threat? The goddess of law is merciful, but that doesn't mean you can get away with everything. And one more thing, I must digress. I suggest you stop with this Defense Attorney Act. That's none of your concern. I don't intend to abandon a case I am involved in so easily. For defense attorneys, a relationship of mutual trust with the client is vital. It is very different from the way of the prosecutor. In any case, you didn't even know about your client's occupation. Well then, I must be going. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you. She's right on that one thing at least, but still, I don't like you. I do not like you at all. Did Simon lie to us? It seems he lied on Corey too. This complicates matters. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Hey, Miles! Don't tell me you got cold feet already. Courtney pie is quite a handful, but killing up still is still uncool. A defense attorney's creed is to never grow up. Remember, you're my assistant. Of course, I don't plan on giving up either. It's just my theory that he couldn't enter the prison no longer holds. It looks like we'll have to investigate this once more. To be continued. Finally, we're at the end game. But this will have to wait until next time. We should meet again in another game perhaps. Until then, humans, fairies, and yokai.